Hey, call me Shape, and today we're reacting to a video titled How to Make Women Respect You. Let's get right into it.
Well, a lot of married men like complain if they're honest that their wife doesn't want to have sex with them, right? So I'll tell you why. Because she doesn't respect you. And if a woman doesn't respect this man, she's not turned on by him. So it's kind of different, right? Men can have sex with women they despise. And I'm not like, Andrew Tate. I'm not like, like dating coach to teach you a little technique, teach you manipulations, teach you how to basically fool a woman, to fake an image of alpha male, and to get her into bed, any of that. No. What I'm gonna talk about today will be focused on actually building your character. Number one is to be disagreeable. Yes, you heard me right. You heard me right. Be disagreeable. So what that means is not to be argumentative. You don't just everything she brings up, you just disagree with her. That's just gonna make you annoying. So what that means is to stand firm to your ground. So if you know the truth, you know the principle, and she's trying to get her way, don't give in. Don't let her get her way, okay? It doesn't matter what manipulative skill she uses. She can cry, she can complain, she can throw a tantrum. I mean, I'm not saying you should give her any cold violence. We're going to talk about how to, address that situation. I know most guys doesn't want trouble, right? You just want to, whatever. You just want peace. You're not going to have peace. And she will lose respect for you if you always let her get her way. If she is throwing her anger, frustration at you because something happened to her, it's not okay. You need to stay firm to your ground and let her know that what she's doing is unacceptable. So when I was in elementary school, right, I have a teacher, and she's always giving us some assignment that just doesn't make sense. She's always letting us to just hand write the paragraph in the task book, just copy it, handwriting, copy it. If you know what I'm saying, it's just stupid. It's meaningless. It doesn't spark your critical thinking. It didn't help you, to understand what that paragraph means. So, and it takes a long time. Like I spent 3 hours. I think I just don't want to do this homework. I was like, just miserable. I was about like 8 years old, probably 6 years old, at most 7. So I don't want to do this homework. And my teacher, she make a big deal out of this tiny little thing. Oh, how dare you, to disobey me, that kind of drama. So she invite my dad to her office, and want my dad to discipline me and make sure that I submit my homework on time, And what my dad told her was, you gotta know this. So before I tell you how my dad talked with her, you gotta know this, that in a lot of Asian countries, especially in China, teachers are on a pedestal. So a lot of parents don't dare to confront the teachers, don't dare to call them out, They're like authority. And if teacher, call your parent, that's like a huge thing. You will get bitten by your parent a lot of times. You'll be punished. It's a huge thing. So what happened is that my teacher called my dad over to her office and complained that I didn't submit my homework. And what my dad said was, my daughter knew what she was doing. Why don't you show me the homework you want her to do that she didn't submit it? So I don't know exactly what happened until there's one day my mom went to this parents meeting and she talked with this teacher, and this teacher started complimenting my dad profusely. It's crazy. It's like he is her idol now. And she told my mom, oh, your husband is so handsome. Like, yeah, that's literally the word she used in Chinese. And my mom was surprised, like, you only met her once? I mean, what happened? My dad said, well, I just disagree with her. I just tell her what is the right way, how to teach a kid. And so you see that that's one of the example that when a woman is doing something you know that's clearly BS, call her out. You know, you can tell her gently. So what my dad did with my teacher is like, he just talked with her. It's like, he explained to her, this is not helpful and why, but also respect her as a teacher. So what you're going to do is that you're not going to agree with her in everything.
This is something I really like to address. Now, shout out to her. Her name is Alice by the Palm. She's like a Christian channel. And a lot of men think that they got to treat their women like their mothers, right? They got to make sure that they appease them because you don't want mama to be mad. Fortunate for me, I was abandoned by my mom, so I don't have that soft side, so I'm very blunt. My dad raised me, so I tell it, I'm a straight shooter. And what I didn't know was women like and respect authority, right? So if you're a pushover, they're going to walk all over you. Oh, yeah, they're going to step all over your grave, even if they're weak, right? Themselves. If they realize that you will take it from them, they'll give it to you. Trust me.
A lot of male feminists, I don't even know why this kind of type of people exist, but a lot of male feminists, they think if they agree with a woman, if they give women power, women will love them. It's totally the opposite. Women love men who hold firm to their ground. Even if you offend them, at that moment you offend her, later on she will respect you. Okay, so this is point number one, and it's the most important thing. Now, point number two is to hold on to your words. So it's very simple. Just be a man of your word, like God, okay? Hold on to your word. And when you tell somebody you have my word, you need to fulfill it. So when it is said, it is already done. You're gonna be like God. This is a godly character. So what happened if you do this is that everything you said, she knew it's gonna happen. And when it happened, trust me, you're gonna be a hero, okay? Whether that is about, you know, your goal, your ambition, or something you promised her that you're gonna do for her. And if you actually make it happen, that's the moment you become her hero. So to expand a little bit on this topic is that as a man, don't talk too much. And I'm not saying if you are a good speaker, because leaders need to talk. That's how they lead. They need to motivate people. They need to bring people together, and that is how they lead, right? So I'm not saying you should be an introvert as a man and be as quiet as possible. Not at all. What I'm saying is like, don't talk, something petty, gossiping. Don't give so much details. Like how women talk, right? Women talk with each other about tons of petty things. Oh, this morning I go to the shopping mall and I saw this hat. It was like fluffy and but the color I don't really like it. And I saw another. I don't like the shape. Things like that, okay? Because your words is what build your reputation. Is that when you are a man of your word, so when you talk, people know you have something important to say.
She is making an incredible point right now. Let me just say this, because I recently went on a date with a girl. Well, no, I didn't go on a date with her. I matched with a girl on Hinge, and we had a phone conversation first because I wanted to make sure she wasn't catfish. And she asked me why did me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, like the last girl I talked to. And I went and I told her these petty little details, stuff that really didn't matter. But guess what? After that, the conversation I thought went well. We spoke for 3 hours. We're supposed to go on a date. We planned a date during that conversation. The day of the date, she told me, "Oh, I don't want to go out with you because, something you said here rubbed me the wrong way about you and how your girl broke up." And it was like petty nonsense. I was telling her, it was me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, and it wasn't really a girlfriend, like a situationship, over nonsense. But I really should have just summarized it to, "Oh, we don't have any chemistry." Should have kept it short. Because when you talk about, "Oh, she did this and she did that," it sounds so feminine. And women will lose respect for you. If you're going to be very verbose as a man and talk a lot, sell them the dream of your passions, that's what you want to talk about. You don't want to be chatty-patty about, "Oh, this person did this, and they wore this, and I can't believe them." I didn't do that, but I was telling her little minor details about nonsense. Like I said, in the future, when I meet girls, I'm just going to tell them, "Hey, look, I'm going to try through guy, and I tried to way more girls than I actually have chemistry with. So some girls I actually just don't get along with. We just don't have that kind of So it didn't work out. That's it. Simple. Boom. And that really is the answer. But men, we get a little bit we bump in our gums. So, like I said, if you're going to talk about something, talk about your passions, things that you're really into. That's going to be more valuable when it comes to your word.
You say it, it will happen. So this is why God is God, okay? And you're his son. You are made in his image. This is one of the most important things to be respected, not just by women, but by other men as well, okay? So let's move on. Point number 3 is to get things done. Get it done before you tell her. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying you can't, bring up your plan to your wife and envision something and then you build a future together. Of course, that's awesome. But there is something like, say, a little trouble here and there. Let's say you guys have a conflict with your neighbor and your wife is frustrated about it. You go to your neighbor without her knowing and talk with your neighbor, confront your neighbor directly and handle this issue. And then when it's done, go back and tell her the result. And if she didn't ask, you don't even need to tell her. If you get things done before you tell her, the effect is going to be, in her mind, she's going to think, okay, then this guy probably have accomplished so much more than what I know. And that will make her look up to you. So number 4 is to
I'm going to address that really quickly from her. What she's really talking about is be ambitious and actually, when she says get shit done, walk the walk. So many men, they just talk a good game, but they don't actually get things done. And they don't actually live the life that they're saying in their words. So if you're going to sell a girl a dream, show her the dream. Like, I'm a YouTuber. So when I meet girls, I tell them, "Hey, look, I do YouTube. That's my passion. I'm going to try to, take it to these heights. And I have some friends that I have a YouTube mastermind with, and we do this, we do that." So when it comes down to things, she'll see that I'm constantly making videos. She knows, right? Or the girls that I talk to, or a girl I will talk to in the future, they will know. So I'm showing her, and I don't lead with the fact that I have a bubbling YouTube channel, but I let them know that, look, this is what I do. I also go to the gym. Hey, look, you want to go to the gym together? I work out. I do this. I do that. So she sees that, all right, he's been in the gym. He's a personal trainer. He's built his body. So I show them my lifestyle. Come to the gym with me. I got, a gym membership. I can get you into any of these gyms across the city. Come with me. We could work out together. I'm not just someone talking like, "Yeah, girl, I can, I want to get fit. I want to get into shape." Nah, I'm doing it. I'm actually working out. Shit, you can come with me. Let's work out together. Be about what you talk about. Too many men have visions. They're visionaries. They're thinking, they're dreaming, they're fascinating about achieving something. That ain't it. That's a first step. But take the second step and actually do what you're saying. And women will respect you for it, trust me. And I know sometimes it might come off like you're bragging and you're boasting, but the truth of the matter is she needs to have it in her mind that, one, that you could envision something and actually execute it. She's gonna gain so much respect for you. So now when you're talking about, oh yeah, I'm planning to do this, I'm planning to do that. But by the way, you don't have to tell girls your plans. I'm just saying, if you're gonna, if you're meeting a girl for the first time, she's trying to see what your trajectory is in life, you can kind of give her the elevator pitch. This is what I'm trying to do. This is who I'm trying to become. Because most women are going to talk to you for the lifestyle that they could get from you, whether you like it or not. So if they can't get a great lifestyle from you, they don't want to talk to you. So let them know what the lifestyle going to be. Are you going to be a plumber? That's it. Or are you going to be a person that owns a plumbing company? But show them that you actually could do what you say you want to do. Then you could sell them anything.
By taking initiative, what that means in everything. So when there's confrontation, you addressed it. Okay? You're not gonna be those weird people that hand your neighbor a lawsuit. You just go there and talk with your neighbor. Okay? Do it in a classic way. If your neighbor's dog poop on your lawn, you don't have to hand him a lawsuit. Another thing, take initiative in making peace. So Jesus said that blessed is the peacemaker, for they are the sons of God, right? And when people have argument, hear this: even if you believe she did wrong, you need to take initiative to bring this argument to the table. So what I'm saying is not, point number one, I always say stand firm to your ground. If she did wrong, she did wrong. She have to admit that. You don't give in just because you don't want conflict. So then how can you take initiative at the same time? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to bring this issue to the table and let her realize that she did wrong. So she is still going to be the one who apologized, but you're going to be the one to initiate it. If that makes sense, okay? Point number 5.
I like that. She's pretty much saying, don't duck the smoke, right? If you're gonna have some stuff going on in your relationship that needs to be addressed, address it. Don't be hiding your tail, because you'll realize that, all right, he's scared to have conflict with me. Listen, when you're in a relationship with a girl, and I've had to learn this myself, there's going to be conflict. I'm not saying be angry and yell and be violent, but say, look, you can't be scared to check your girl, right? And be the one that, hey, look, we got to talk about this. At the end of the day, women respect authority. So you got to look like an authoritative figure in all aspects of your life, how you deal with her. Because if you can't stand up against her, you can't stand up for her to protect her, right? If you're scared, and if your girl's smaller than you and she's a little girl, and because women like men taller than them, and so generally your girl's going to be, shorter than you, smaller than you in some kind of way. If you can't stand up against her, she's going to look at it like you're a punk. Okay? So, this is great. This is great. And one of the things I love about Asian culture and Asian people, they just tell it straight, right? They got so much integrity, right? And I think that's why, and I point this out to you before in previous videos, Thai food has the best lunch special. $12 for a lunch special. You get an appetizer, a soup, a salad, or a super salad, and entree. You can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're down to the nitty gritty. They just get the shit done. I really respect it. So shout out to her, man. I really respect it. Let me let her cook a little bit more, and I'm gonna bring this all home.
Is to be good at your work. Not just good, be excellent. So for men, the most important thing is your work. So before God created Eve, he gave Adam work to do. He gave Adam purpose, is to govern, dominate the earth and, rule over all creations. So before women, men already have work. So work is gonna be your most important thing. I'm not saying your family are not important. I'm just saying a man is not going to be happy when he doesn't have a purpose. A woman is like, she could be happy, if she just, be a housewife and take care of her family. She could be happy just like that. But man, even if he has a happy family, if have a shipwreck in his career, that's gonna really damage his confidence and his masculinity. So what I'm saying is that be one of the best in your field, be ambitious, and the most important thing is to have a vision for your future, is that you know where you want it to be. So this is extremely important for guys who are not married. So if you're not married and you have no vision for your future, what is going to happen is that you don't know who to take with you. So you're going to have a vision and you're going to know where to go, and then you will know what kind of woman you want to marry. And you are not going to change your vision for that woman. I mean, you can.
I want to stop her there. This is, by the way, I'm gonna tag the link in the description. Go check her out, Alice by the Palm. Great video. And I'm also gonna put a link to the actual video. You guys can watch it. It's about 33 minutes. I'm only covering about 14 minutes for it, just to keep it nice and short, keep it funky, but she said something that was absolutely inspirational, and I'm going to keep this at the top of my mind. She said that God gave us purpose before they created Eve. I love that. So even God knows that our purpose comes before our woman. And so as men, I know a lot of men, they be trying to put their woman before their purpose, right? They go to the gym to get the girl. They don't go to the gym to help them further along in their purpose. Big mistake. And she said it. She said something true. A man, if he doesn't have a purpose, he's going to be miserable. Facts. You know what motivates me to get up every day? That I know I'm working towards something. That I'm building this community, that we're going to have great conversations about life, about women, about success, and that I'm doing good for the world. And that these videos can live on way beyond me. And I know that people share these videos. They have discussions about them. People be arguing back and forth in the comments. And I love it. You know why? Because we need to have these discussions. And I'm glad to lead the discussion. Right? I'm not an expert on any of these things. But I have some ideas and I'm sharing it with you. And maybe you could share your ideas. And maybe we could all learn from this. But the point I'm trying to say is that you need to keep your purpose above your woman. Let women come after that. And that's why that phrase that says you can lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money, always is a principle and is like a law. That shit is immutable. It never changes. Chase after your purpose first. Let the woman chase you. All right. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys are loving this content. I'm having a lot of fun. I went 30 days straight giving you guys back-to-back bangers. And we did almost 100,000 views in a month. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of this community. Thank you. I'm glad to have you guys here. Also, if you ever see a video you want me to react to, make sure that you send me a DM on Instagram. My IG handle is just like my YouTube channel. Call me Shape. I respond to all my DMs, so I appreciate the people DMing me already. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys over there.